Hi friends, welcome to the part 3 of the bonus 1 series that I'm going to provide you the third checklist. And yes, starting this video, I'm asking the question, are you showing about your profit? Are you showing your profit in your business just based on what is recorded in your books without actually questioning? Without actually questioning whether those numbers are correct or these numbers are complete and meaningful, or the thing is, are you absolutely sure, absolutely sure about your profit, that every expense in your financials truly belongs to your businesses, is properly recorded, properly accounted, and correctly classified? Right, and it is and you think it is fully captured? Because if you are, so because I'm honestly asking, because if you're blindly trusting your accounting entries without reviewing them, right, then very honestly I would definitely tell you one thing: you might be making wrong financial decisions in the future, and that is a absolutely serious risk for any growing businesses. And this is one of the most ignored area in the financial management, where the business owners just focus heavily on the transactions, heavily on the revenue, sales growth, and collections, but they are not paying attention, and they are not don't give the same attention to their expense quality, to their accuracy and the completeness. And the truth is, even if your sales numbers are perfect, okay, but what about the expenses? If your expenses are wrongly booked, so what happened about your profit? Impact, your profit will get wrong, and accordingly your tax will be wrong, and your business decisions will be based on the incorrect assumptions. As I shared in the my day 1, day 2, day 3 series, it's very deeply about this. And I have really personally seen multiple real life personal cases, where the personal expenses of the owner were booked as in the in the businesses as a business expenses, without the proper separation. And it is a very big thing, and where some genuine about the some genuine business expenses were completely missed and not recorded at all, right? And next part, and where the certain expenses can say the word duplicated. Why? Due to the system errors, due to the manual entries, or the lack of control, lack of the proper controls. But what happened on the paper? On paper everything looked sorted, look everything normal, because the books were maintained, entry were passed, and yes, reports were generated. But what happened in the reality happens. But in the reality, see, the financial statements were not reflecting the true positions of the business. So accordingly, what the result? And the result of this very clear: wrong profit reporting, incorrect the tax calculations, and yes, poor cost control. Ultimately, you are taking the wrong strategy, wrong decision making. And yes, when the profit is overstated, for example, when profit is overstated, the business may end up paying higher tax, and they're believing it is performing better than actually is, according to last year. And for example, other case, when profit is understated, for example, the business the business may unnecessarily very stressed down, and they cut out the important investments, or take the defensive decisions, right, and take slow down growth. And all this happens, why? All this happens not because of just the business is fundamentally weak, right, but because about the expense review process is missing, definitely, or expense review process not taken seriously. That is why an expense review checklist is very important thing that I'm going to share with you. It's not just a good practice; it is a critical tool for every business that wants the clarity, confidence, and yes, accuracy in their numbers. I'm talking about the expense review checklist, and it also helps you to identify the fake or known business expenses that should not be part of your financials. so that your profit is not artificially reduced or cancelled or misrepresented. And what it helps to you, it helps you to detect the duplicate entries that I discussed you above, that may have been reported due to the system glitches, repeated transactions, repeated invoices, or manual errors. It will ensuring that your expenses should not be overstated. Yes, about the checklist that I'm going to share with you. It also ensures the proper separation between the personal and business expenses, right? So that your financial statements reflect only the business related transactions, and you can maintain a professional integrity just because of the financial statement. And about the checklist is very important. It also helps you to capture the unrecorded liabilities, such as the pending expenses, such as the unpaid bills, accrued cost, or services received but not yet booked, right? And which are extremely important. It is extremely important for presenting a true and fair view of your financial position, right? Additionally, this checklist it also ensures the correct classification of expenses, so that costs are grouped under the right heads, and it enables the right analysis, better analysis, cost control, also, and yes, decision making. Yes, these are so many benefits I'm telling to you. It also covers the year-end adjustments like provisions, prepayments, and corrections that are essential to align with your books and with the reality. With the reality, it align with your books with reality before finalization. Because I'm just sharing these things so many, because even a small classification or the omission can significantly change your financial story. Yes, just think upon it. And also think that this area, a wrong classified expense may distort your margins. A missed expense may inflate your profit. And yes, a duplicate expense may reduce your reported earnings. Right? And when these errors accumulate now, what they created a completely a different picture of your business than what actually exists. So please, business owners, understand profit is not just a number that is shown in your financial statements, right? Profit is a reflection of the accuracy of the discipline and control. Um, Definitely, and profit tells you all about the efficiency or business is, about your operating, how well your costs are managed, how strong your financial statements are. It's all about the profit. I'm telling the relevance. And if the underlying data is incorrect, the profit number loses its meaning and becomes the misleading. And yes, as we're discussing above, and making the business decisions based on just misleading numbers, so it's one of the counting in the biggest risk that any entrepreneur or finance leader can take. That is why about the successful business, what they do, successful businesses do not just focus on earning, right? This does not focus on earning profit, they focus on the validating the profit also. They review their expenses regularly. They question the unusual entries. They are tracking the variances, and they also ensure that about their books they should reflect the reality, not assumptions. They build systems where expense recording is disciplined. They build system. They review the processes are should be structured. A structured accountability is clearly defined. And definitely, they don't wait for the year end and just get panicked to clean up their books that we will do at the March closing. No. Instead, what we should learn, they maintain the monthly discipline so that year end becomes a confirmation process rather than a correction exercise. So today, just take a step back and ask yourself one honest question. Simple. Is your profit real, or just is a result of the unverified entries in your books? Are your expenses, are your expenses clean, accurate, and complete, or are there the hidden gap errors and misclassification that you're not aware of? Just because, see, understand the thing, just because the differences between these two situations, that can define what? Simple, it stake up to your business future. Because of businesses with the accurate explanation, accurate expenses, has clarity in the decision making, confidence in reporting, and the control over the cost. And yes, our businesses with inaccurate expenses, they operate in just confusion, and they're taking the wrong decision and faces the avoidable financial stress. But I'm telling the good part. The good part at the end, this is completely in your control by implementing a simple expenses review checklist that I'm going to share with you. That expense review checklist that can bring the structure to your review process, that will eliminate the errors definitely, and ensure that your profit reflects the true performance of your businesses. Right. This is, I'm not saying this is not just about the making accounting a complex, and it is also time consuming. It is all about the making correct. It is about the moving from blind trust to the informed control and building a system. Building a system, right? And system is very important. Building a system where your numbers work, where your numbers work for you, not against you. And yes, at the end, if you want to make your profit real and but not artificial, and you want a simple practical tool that helps you to review the about the expenses, right? So please, I'm going to share with you a simple link in my description about my WhatsApp group or Telegram channel. So please join it, and I will share with you in that group the link there, so that you can share, you can add in my group, and you can get the free expense review checklist. So please follow me more, please subscribe this channel, and please share this video to your relevant friends and business owners. Thank you so much.